Good morning, fellow Amazonians. The one at Chairman Capo Daniel, I want to bring on an update. The first thing I say, the Bibi Kale we ran there for Bamenda, where the Cameroon government they ran decide to militarize Bamenda to their teeth with the single justification say they ran get a lot of insecurity incident for Bamenda, especially at school they can't start. People the way they be arrest them for that Kale, we understand say almost all of them, I think 4 people them, they still remain for GMI for day, and then some few people then they for inside the police station where they for Old Town. So they monitor the situation and we want to bring on an update. We also see the later the way they send them for the Cameroon Parliament. So they want for ask me the Cameroon Parliament then stripped Ngala Gerard from immunity so that they feel prosecute for the crime the way committed from Kambe, where it take money for Cameroon government, pay the vigilante them way na the DDR boy them, me then carry out a terrorist attack for Nkambe for 11th of February in the beginning of this year, where he killed 2 people them, decapitate 2 people their foot, people they amputate 2 girl their foot, woman the way they give family. One of those picking the way they be killed and na picking for unso, picking way be been a just 14 years old girl, it died for the attack. That attack it will be carried as a false flag attack for showing that Ambazonia they carry out attack on Kambe, we actually they don't be in control from Kambe simply because they want to justify means for begin collect money them for Yaoundé. They say they go fight Ambazonian fighter them, where they take that money now for chop them. That successful run get them for try for show the Cameroon leadership which way it actually happened for feel for counter the false data them where people they like Atanganji Paul, Ngala Gerard, and many other them for the DDR, including Konda Titus, Padia Sanga, and all these dogs of war, where they ran to deceive the Cameroon government, deceive the Cameroon military for promote this war because they chop for this war, would not expose them for the Cameroon government and would see tangible result. The process for try for prosecuting Ngala Gerard for the people the way they ran kill them, using Bororo people them for Nigeria for attack community, then right from Boom and for Womb and for many other places them, for instigate this war. These are people where they instigate war, bring in hate speech, divisive speech, for the sole purpose for make money out of this war. For our own side, for Ambazonia, we'll get the same. We'll get the headliners them, where they want to instigate war. They provoke hate speech without any political or attainable agenda for attain any political objective. Their job not just for radicalization's sake, and for make money out of this struggle as they make money from the kidnapping of Regina Mundi and many other ways that make millions, breaking into banks, committing war crimes against our people. People who kill our own people, execute them, and justify suffering of our own people have no part to play in the life of in the public life of our people. They don't. People who accept kidnappers, people who go around kidnap independent individual citizens who are going about their day-to-day activities for the sole purpose of extorting money from them. We cannot and we will never call them that they are freedom fighters or they are genuine Ambazonian fighters. They are cartels, they are criminal gangs that uses this struggle to make money. These dogs of war exist on our own Ambazonian side and on the Cameroon government side. Just like the hard work we have done that have put Moja in prison, all of these criminals, both those who exploit the Cameroon government and those who exploit our Anglophone problem, our Ambazonian or Southern Cameroon problem, all of them deserve nothing but prison. They will rot in hell. These are individuals who have no blood that flows in them. They are not human beings. They are despicable people. No rational people will follow this route. You have heard the numerous appeal about the going to school campaign. PRAP is engaged in this educational process to highlight the need of education. Like we have said, education is the right of our children. When we started school boycott, it was because we were giving pressure to the Cameroon government to adjust its policy to negotiate through the ad hoc committee that were engaged in negotiation with the territorial administration of Cameroon. It was internal process. Even the hardliners and criminals like Ayabacho, who have come to justify this lockdown to interrupt school, trying to challenge Funkom Julius, he gave examples of the bus boycott in America and the fights in South Africa to show you that all the example he gave to justify lockdown were all internal struggle, not independent struggle. because in South Africa and as well as in America, they were fighting against segregation and against apartheid. So the strategy to lock down school, does not work for independent struggle. There is no independent struggle that have stopped school for their people. There is none. It is not a strategy that can give us the type of objective that we have for the aspiration of our people for separation and independence. It is not. So we must adjust accordingly. I have been pushing for this adjustment from the times Kakuf changed the agenda from fighting for federation to fighting for separation. So there are things that have expired. There are strategies that are expired, and we must adjust, especially when it concerns fundamental right of our children. We are joining every Ambazonian community and every Ambazonian of goodwill to appeal to all parents to send their children to school starting from Tuesday. The lockdown that was declared by soldiers who held guns said that it was for 1 week. That 1 week is over. Students should go to school without fear or without intimidation. And we appeal to the conscience of every Ambazonian activist and groups that have declared such lockdown to see and take a look and reflect on the consequences that it has had on the ground, with 5 people that were killed from Boya to Bamenda, and do not instigate such incidents to create this atmosphere where you put the life of students at risk. We have already instructed our students to follow the guidelines that we have provided, not to wear school uniform, not to play Cameroon national anthem or hoist Cameroon flag, and to make a commitment to the soldiers that are in their area that their students will not be used for a 20th May and 11th February celebration. That suffices, and that should make the cut. So this coming Tuesday, may all man send a picking for school. School be very important. Unogo can rule Ambazonia with illiterates. Stopping school and interrupting school when the same students will be having competition with children in Nigeria and in Cameroon on primarily the same exams, only put our students in a negative, put them in disadvantage without any additional benefits to our liberation quest. As a matter of fact, it will only have a negative influence on our liberation struggle. The United Nations have made their statement clear. The diplomatic corps have made their statement clear. Our students on the ground, our religious leaders have made their statement clear. It is time for us all to isolate school from this war and create that environment for people to go to school, just like our children in the diaspora are allowed to go to school in peace. We continue to call on all Ambazonian soldiers who have chosen the way of gun to respect the fundamental right of all Ambazonians, and do not engage in criminal activities or follow people who instigate criminal activities because they are simply political scavengers. We are also calling on all the diasporas to behave and understand the consequences of words that are put on social media. They have real life consequences on the ground, and they should be part of the solution. Our people should know that we have worked so hard and secure international partner for a potent push for a negotiated settlement. It is ongoing, and we appreciate all the various Ambazonian groups that are joining us and partnering us to cooperate to come up with a tangible proposal for a negotiated settlement. We will continue to push this as seriously as it's possible. For all Ambazonians who have stayed behind and abandoned our struggle in the hand of illiterate, wicked, evil people who call themselves hardlines, it is time for you to come back. You have seen the consequences of the influence of these individuals. For those who say that those who live by the gun will die by the gun, and they are going to abandon this struggle to those who carry guns, should understand that it concerns them. The full gospel pastor that was killed in Bamenda was not living by the gun, but he died by the gun. So it is foolishness to say that those who live by the gun will die by the gun. So our civil population, our communities, our civil society should abandon this struggle in the hands of illiterate and wicked people who are exploiting our own people and bringing suffering upon them. It is just foolishness to go by that statement. It is time for us to realize that it is a collective struggle, and all of our community must engage, despite the bully tactics being used by hardliners and the dogs of war on both sides, to make sure that this thing is abandoned in their hands. We must push for this solution. We must stand for our people, and we must make sure that we end this war in a reasonable manner that brings just peace to our people. The peace plan paper is justice for our people, and it secures a future for possible independence for Ambazonia through peaceful means and through democratic pathway, similar to what we have seen in Scotland and similar to what we have seen in Northern Ireland. The French government should not be afraid of diversity, because France itself has given autonomy to its territory abroad. We are demanding for a mini constitution, a new civil contract for our people, so that we can live in peace side by side with our francophone counterpart from French Cameroon in a formula of one country, two people. One country, two people. Yes, we can. We have a vision similar to that of Martin Luther. We have a dream that one day francophones and anglophones shall walk hand in hand without this elephant in the room of marginalization and a war of shame that we have endured for the past 8 years. God bless you all.